Welcome back to NetWorthy Podcast, where we provide coverage on all things NBA. I'm your co-host El Jefe, and I'm joined here by my fellow members of the SFN crew. How y'all fellas doing?
Yeah, sir. Good, good, good. Happy, happy to be here. It's another week exciting basketball.
Yeah, it's a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Just finished watching. I didn't realize it's going to be a UFC / title fight between USC ladies and LSU ladies. Really got it's got hectic. Cardoso body checked the chick like she was playing hockey. What's that? But Johnson, I don't know how to pronounce her first name. What is it? How you pronounce her
Oh,
name, Wayne?
Madre?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She got crushed. So
Nice.
it's exciting to see '90s basketballs back. Cause I know this guys. We done with the '90s, but I guess we're not done yet. We're not fully done with that yet.
Yeah, it's great. It was good to see, man. It was good ball to see, and one team that had to stay undefeated, man. They had to carry that torch and take LSU down. So sorry, as LSU, maybe next year. But I want to get into something with y'all about some things that some franchises they need to seek some victories and some strong wins and their playoff contentions and bring their franchises success, bring their franchises a ring. There's a few franchises in the NBA that have yet to accomplish this feature, and I want to get into that with y'all today and see what y'all think. Who's gonna be the first franchise to lead their team to a franchise ring? We got the Suns, the Grizzlies, the Wolves, Nets, Pacers, Hornets, Pelicans, Jazz, Magic, and Clippers. All franchises that have yet to get that big feature of a championship ring for their franchise. Man, how y'all feel about all these teams? Can y'all believe there's this many teams this long the NBA's been going on that there's this many teams left without a ring? Can y'all believe that? First off, and who y'all think will break this feat first?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, as a Celtics fan, not shocked. We hogged at least 20% of the championships, and the Lakers hogged the other 20%. So,
Yeah, it was
um,
crazy back then.
but yeah, unfortunately, that's just what it is. But I got two teams that I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking the Clippers still, with what they have right now, they might sneak one in within the next couple of years. They can. If they can get to that point where everybody's clicking on the same page and people are staying healthy, um, they can definitely get a job done with Ty Lue being the head guy. Also, low key, I'm thinking it'll be OKC. OKC technically, because technically OKC is they don't have one with
Well, I guess under the OKC
Seattle
banner,
being
yeah.
with Seattle being because I don't think Seattle won one back in the day, right? I don't believe
I think
so.
I think the Sonics do have
No,
one
yeah, the
championship.
Sonics have
They
one,
won in like the
but
70s,
but
I think.
OKC does not
Yeah.
themselves since
Okay,
they've
but still,
transferred.
yeah, as a total group, yeah, no. But outside of them, I'd say the Magic, the way that they're coming, if Paolo doesn't leave to go to LA, the way that every star that the Magic seems to acquire from the draft seems to want to jump ship and go to the Lakers. So I'm hoping that something like that doesn't happen, and that they stay together. If they stay together as this unit and they continue to grow, probably add at least like one more like veteran type of player. They should be up and coming and probably make it out of the East and sneak one year and possibly. But those are probably the two to three that I'm looking at that to get one.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Bucks championship, that should have been the Nets if Kyrie doesn't go down in that series. Due to the potential Giannis dirty play, but we're not here to talk about ifs, buts, or maybes. You know what I mean? We're here to talk absolutes or potential absolutes. So, in my opinion, I do think the Clippers have a very solid roster to get it done within the small window that they do have, barring any injuries. I know Westbrook's getting surgery on his hand, so we'll have to wait and see how that affects their future, at least for the rest of this season. But it's very possible with the new arena that they're getting, new a new regime, new era, new vibes, new culture for that LA team. I do think that they're tired of being considered the Lakers' little brother, even though, as Wayne said earlier, the Lakers and the Celtics, they stand for up to what 30 to 40% of the NBA championships that are their NBA championships. So, I think it's time for the Clippers to step out of that shadow. The Suns have a really good chance this season. I feel like this will be their last real opportunity. And the other team that I will speak on again is, and we all know this is coming, but I do think the Minnesota Timberwolves with Anthony Edwards, if they can put everything together. I mean, Nas Reed, even though they lost last night, Nas Reed had a career high, and Edwards obviously wasn't on his A game, but I think that the Timberwolves have a very solid roster up and down. Excuse me, my voice cracked. That was crazy. But they have veteran leadership. They have really solid perimeter and post defense. Their big men can stretch the floor. And I think Anthony Edwards is a solid fringe. He's obviously not a superstar yet, but fringe super, like on the way to becoming a superstar. Long as he continues trending upwards. So I guess my picks would be the Clippers, the Wolves, and the Suns. But I don't dislike your Magic pick. That's a sleeper pick. Because I mean the Magic are a young upstart team. I just don't think that they have enough, at least right now. If they can continue building and keep that core together, and like you're saying, like if Paolo doesn't leave, you know what I mean? Who's to say that Orlando can at least be power players in the East? I mean, Dwight took them to the finals once, so you never know.
Yeah, I mean the Magic is definitely a good sleeper team to pick from. Personally, I like the Suns, man. I think if Devin Booker, KD, and Bradley Beal can get on the floor all at the same time and they're healthy, I think they will be a real problem for the West this year. Um, and I
Frank
know as much
Vogel,
as
bro.
I'm
Frank
sorry.
Vogel, bro.
Yeah,
Frank
I mean
Vogel.
they you're right. They should have never got rid of their coach. So I mean that was a terrible call. I don't know what they were thinking with that move. Personally, for me though, as y'all pick the Clippers, I don't know if I can pick them, and that's solely because I just don't believe in Paul George and Westbrook and James Harden anymore. I don't believe in them to get it done. I do believe in Kawhi, but I just can't believe in the other guys, the supporting cast.
I mean, Paul George took LeBron to
yeah.
7.
That was a long time ago, buddy.
I know, but I
And at
think
this point in his career, he don't even believe he's that guy. So I don't.
well, I
If
mean
he if
that's
he doesn't believe, how can I believe?
Wayne. How has Kristaps Porzingis been playing for you this season?
Jesus.
Yeah, but he
Thank
accepted
you.
his role. He accepted his role.
Right. That's what Paul George did. That's the point that I'm making. Kristaps
But
accepted
he's
his
not.
role.
I still don't
He,
believe in him.
I
He
was just I
definitely.
was just
I'm just telling you,
yeah,
I don't
I
believe
was
him.
just making an observation that if
And
you as a
and
if you as a
and
player can accept who you are and what your role is to the team, which is
I'll
what
I'll
Paul
tell you this.
George has done.
I'll tell you this: Kristaps Porzingis plays his role a hell of a lot better on Boston than Paul George plays his role on the Clippers.
Why? Why do you say that?
Look at Boston's record.
The Clippers haven't been healthy. They've been
Yeah,
all
as
in
a
on and
unit.
on.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Exactly. Handicap squad, like I've said this year and last year. Handicap squad.
He's averaging
Nothing
he's
but
averaging he's averaging
wheelchairs.
22 and 5. That's what
Nothing but
if they
wheelchairs and benches.
I'm just saying, if they're healthy, I think that they have the best chance. It's the same thing with the Phoenix Suns because Bradley Beal's been hurt, Kevin Durant gets hurt, Devin Booker gets hurt. They all get hurt. So what's the
Right.
difference? What's the difference between the Suns and the Clippers?
Because with one of them out, I still have them beating the Clippers in a 7-game series.
If
Who,
Kevin
the
Dur-
Suns?
if Kevin Durant goes out, no way.
All right,
You know
maybe
what?
you're right. Maybe if Durant goes out, maybe not. Maybe not. But
If
I still
Durant, if
believe in.
Durant or
But I
Booker,
still
if
believe in
Durant or
Devin
Booker go
Booker.
up,
I still believe in Devin Booker.
it's over. It's over. It's quiet for that.
I still believe in him.
Ty-
It's
Tyler
quiet for that.
I still believe in him.
Kawhi
And as
is
far as
somebody.
the Timberwolves, I do think they have a good chance. They've been playing really well. They've been playing exceptional. So I definitely think they have a good chance. But Anthony Edwards is still very young. I think he's only 22 years old. So
Yeah.
I mean he's got a lot to learn. I don't know if he's ready to take that leap yet. But we'll see. My sleeper though is the Pacers. Coming soon. Coming
Not
soon.
even
Man,
no. There's
it depends on
no.
who they can keep. That's it. If they can keep the same core that they have now with Siakam, yeah, for sure they'll have one. But I, it depends on who they can keep out of this whole group right now.
Well, even with Siakam, like let's look at who they would have to go up against in the next couple of years. You have to deal with Boston. Are they better than Boston?
So
Okay. Are they better than Milwaukee? I mean, they played Milwaukee
um,
tough, so let's not. But they're not better than Milwaukee won in a 7-game series. They're not better than the 76ers. Ooh, maybe even with Joel, but even still, it's just like mm, they're not better
that's
than the
it.
Knicks. They're not better than the healthy Knicks team.
7 game series, yeah, y'all got them in 7 game series for sure.
And they're probably not even better than Miami. And I hate picking up Miami, but Jimmy Butler in a 7-game series against the Pacers.
Yeah, yeah, and you can't even deny that.
I like the Pacers, and they just
No,
lost
I
Benedict
mean,
Mathurin for the remaining of the season.
I'm not
I
talking
mean,
about
obviously not now,
like this
but
year or next year, maybe in a couple years. I got them winning. But let me ask y'all one last
they
question
got to
before
retain
we.
Siakam.
No, you're right. I do believe that they do. They got to keep Siakam. They got to keep Halliburton. They got to keep the core. But let me ask y'all one last question though, um, about these championship rings. Which franchise will get their ring last? Who gets the last taste of victory out of all these teams? The Suns, Grizzlies, Wolves, Nets, Pacers, Hornets, Pelicans, Jazz, Magic, Clippers. Who's the most cursed?
I've been around to see that. But
I'll give you my pick. My pick is the Utah Jazz. And I feel bad. Laurie Markkinen's got to get out of there. But my pick's going to be the Utah Jazz. I think they'll be the last franchise to get a ring.
Yeah, I mean, the Jazz is that's not a marketable city. I mean, Jazz don't really have a good chance to me, in my opinion, to win a championship. The Grizzlies don't really stand real much of a chance. Like these
Well,
are
we'll have to see when John and Jaron get back on the court together. We'll have to see how that works out.
I don't think the NBA is going to give them a shot in the West. The West is a bloodbath. The West is going to be a bloodbath for a couple of years, man. But yeah, the Jazz, the Pelicans. I don't know if Zion stays there for too much longer. And the
3BI.
Hornets are cursed. I don't even think the Hornets even made it to an Eastern Conference championship.
uh,
That's a good
I
question.
believe they did when they had Alonzo them back in the day. Alonzo Mourning.
I don't even
I
think that
think
because all right, so let's look. The Bulls, they never played the Bulls in the 90s. Yeah, no, they never no, it's no,
they
no.
played the Magic. I don't know. I don't
So
think
that
so
so
though.
that the Magic beat the Magic beat who did the Magic beat to get to the finals? The
Magic beat
Magic
So
the
beat the
Bulls.
Bulls.
the
Bulls beat the
the
Bulls.
Charlotte Hornets and New Orleans Pelicans have never appeared in the conference finals.
Mm,
So
The
you
only
said the
two
Hornets, right?
franchises.
All
The
right,
Hornets
perfect.
and
Because
the
I was like,
Pelic. Yeah, the Hornets and the
yeah.
Pelicans, only two franchises to never appear in a conference finals. So
Well, the
every
Pelicans
franchise has
are
at least sniffed it.
the Pelicans
mm,
were the Hornets at one point. So the New Orleans Hornets. So I
Hey,
mean,
it's all the same.
exactly.
they're a derivative of the cursed team. So they're both cursed. But yeah, I think
So
Charlotte is.
who wins first?
It'll probably be them two against one another in the finals to decide that fate.
That would be sick.
I wouldn't be watching basketball that season. I'll tell you that.
It's crazy. Oh, that's absolutely crazy. But I mean, I don't know. The Clippers are cursed too. Honestly, I mean, I know they got some superstars right now, but the Clippers are a cursed franchise. But like y'all said, they about to get that new stadium. Maybe that helps them out. And what about Brooklyn? Brooklyn seems to be cursed.
Just, it'll be a while so they get there.
Brooklyn seems to be cursed
The
because
chance.
yeah, they just can't. They don't seem to get it done. I mean, I don't know, but I guess we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see what happens in here with all these franchises, and we'll definitely have to keep a close eye on all these guys to see who can obtain this ring first for their franchise. As we were saying, the Suns and Clippers windows with their star players are surely closing as their franchise starters are getting older and older. So they gotta pick up the pieces. At least we got the Wolves, Magic, and Pacers to lead the way, as we also talked about for a few years with their young stars. So we'll keep a close eye on all that and more. Until next time, make sure to catch us on YouTube, NetWorthy Basketball Podcast. Catch y'all next time.